How to grow closer with God. I'm assuming you are on this video because you want to grow closer with God. If you feel a bit disconnected or you're curious on how to deepen your relationship, well, I want to share with you 3 things in 3 minutes that I believe that will help you grow your faith closer to God. So point number 1, intentional. If you want to be closer with God, you've got to be intentional about spending time with Him. And that might sound really obvious, really easy to do, but if you don't spend time with someone, then you're probably not going to get closer with them. Relationships also don't really grow from the get-go. It takes time to build, but you've got to be intentional. And that links to our point number 2, commitment. In Luke 5:16, it says Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. The world, the devil, and even yourself, there's just going to be distractions from spending time with God. And sometimes they're really good distractions, like friends and family. For most of the time, or at least for me anyway, there are many distractions that are probably really bad. Bad perhaps not in nature, but things that just consume my time, like film and movies. And afterwards, I feel like they haven't been as life-giving. Fun, but perhaps not life-giving. But setting time aside, withdrawing and praying is key to growing close with God. There will be things in life that you just have to do. If you work, if you have kids, you need to cook, you need to eat. And definitely do those things, look after your kids, work hard, eat. And God knows that stuff. He knows the stuff that we have to do in our day-to-day life. But to be committed, you have to commit. You need to find the time to commit. If you are someone who is from the get-go, out of the door at 7 o'clock, so much to do, maybe waking up at 6:30. If you only have a break during lunch, maybe use that time, find the space and let it fill you to grow in your relationship. And finally, point 3, intimacy. Related to point 2, intimacy is really difficult when there are other people around. I think intimacy can only really happen on a one-to-one basis. Someone that you really know and care about. And again, that takes time to build. I think intimacy can only really happen on that one-to-one basis. Someone that you've built a relationship with, someone that you're committed to, stuff that we've just spoken about before, that you're able to get deep and share in a space that is honest and open. For me, having unrushed time to pray in the evening is key to growing my relationship with God. And I know in the morning I have set time where I pray, but that's more about praying for the day ahead. I need to get going, but in the evening it's a space just to reflect, to ponder, and to wait. And if you want to grow closer with God, you need a space and a time to share openly, honestly, but also listen with patience. So there you have it. There are 3 ways that I think you can grow your relationship with God that I find helpful, that hopefully you will find helpful as well.